Evening, folks. Welcome back to the channel. And pardon any sync issues. Just getting the screens correct on the side. I literally did this like 2 days ago. Let's see if it remembers where it was. Uh, hmm. Close enough. And I am also, I don't, broadcast anywhere else, but I do have my Twitch chat room open. There are some Twitch Franklies who don't do the YouTube thing. And I do like having multiple chat rooms open, and it takes me back to when I used to do that all the time. But what is up to Patrick and Moby and John Volts? Welcome to the show. Patrick is saying, good evening to me. Hope you're well. Missed the last couple of shows. Yeah, I sort of, I wasn't going to say anything because I don't want, people to get nervous, but I sort of noticed, who isn't around. And it's like, huh, Patrick has not been around. Okay. Just, I understand it's like later for him. So, like folks not in the US, I kind of cut slack. It's not that they don't want to be around, just maybe it's just too late or just, stuff. You never want to think it's like health issues is what I'm getting at. So it's just like, oh, okay, it just hasn't been here. And, like maybe folks, watch the replays. That's fine. I hope everything's okay. But, if this goes on too long, I'm going to be worried. So it's cool. I'm glad to see you here. And Jenny, um, pardon me, Muir, Muir. Like, tell me if I'm saying that wrong. I don't want to say your name incorrectly. I'm not doing it on purpose. I just suddenly, like I go live and it's like suddenly I'm stupider. I think it's just like the nerves of being in the moment, but yeah. Um, yeah, John Volts mentioned, he said, I saw Frank wasn't going to be live or wasn't going to be on from the 11 a.m. stream. Yeah, I think I just need to put the coffee stream directly into my calendar because I forgot I was doing something else and then my phone chimes off for YouTube and I was like, why would somebody go live at 11 a.m. on a Monday? Oh, that's Frank, but I was in the middle of something. And then, like, come back around to it. I was done doing my thing. I hop over to see how long it was, and it was like 15 minutes. But it's understandable because it was late last night. It was like 10 till midnight. Twitter chimes off. And I really don't get tweets that late. I don't really have notifications on for a lot of channels. So like I knew it wasn't Gray Still Plays. But well, who could it be? And it was like Frank talking about his daughter is just under the weather. I guess she's just got like a stomach bug. So like I don't know what was coming out of where. I'm sure she's just feeling like crap. And then so I'm sure that was Frank's whole night. And then he had stuff to do today. That's why he was off. Initially, he said he was gonna have to go to another town hall meeting for the building. And then he was just saying, hey, I'm gonna be off on Monday, full stop. So it might be that he might have other stuff. Again, he doesn't have to tell us where he's gonna be when he's not on the show. Nobody's writing a book, so it's just he did establish that he could have been off this day about a month ago. It just wasn't solid until a week ago, something like that. And then like on top of that, it sucks when you have a day off planned for stuff, and then like his daughter's sick on top of it. It's kind of like, oh, I'm glad I took this day off, and I got free time. Oh, what's up? One to go to. John Foltz asked how my back is doing. It's well, good news. I actually got a hold of my chiropractor. Went to go to see you over there on Twitch. I called up and it was weird because there was no voicemail, but then suddenly I heard like the man's voice, like, "Oh, you're there," and he didn't sound great, but I guess he is back in. I do have an appointment set up for this Wednesday. It's gonna be hella late, but the point is I get my back adjusted, so I have that coming up And then I don't know why. I know I'm kind of hyper. I don't know exactly why that is. It could be the keto brains. It could have been it could be the fact that I know I'm going to get my back adjusted. I don't get excited for things ahead of time, so I know that's not what it is. I usually don't have this much energy, so I really do think it's the keto brain stuff. I've had it twice. Like I took one serving, cut it in half. I've literally had it 2 days, and somewhere around 1 o'clock, I started feeling like up, and it's still going. And then I was sipping some coffee. I'm sure that's not going to help, but I didn't want to like crash before I had to come here. So pardon me if I am hyper. What's up, Erica? Yeah, yeah, Frank is off. He's got just stuff to do, and then his daughter's sick on top of it. So it just sucks. But hopefully he gets done everything he can get done that he had planned. So it really does suck. On top of it, what if you do have plan a day off? Okay, I got to get ABC done, and nothing gets done. So then you're just like, took that time off for nothing. Oh, Jeannie Yankee fan. Okay, I can I'll try to remember that. Nice. Okay, yeah, I need to sometimes I can remember somebody's second handle. I would like my brain to be able to let me do that. John said, I wish I could join the chat on Monday, but I can only listen and look while I'm in the weeds at work. Yeah, understandable. Yeah. Yeah, Danny, yeah, glad to see you. Yeah, Frank is off today. And I kind of named the stream after him. One, it is Billy Zane's birthday, but then two, somebody at one of the coffee streams in the last couple of months said that Frank looks like an Egyptian Billy Zane. So I'm like, hey, yeah, and it's you can't think too much about the titles of the shows, or you just stress out. It's like, well, what sounds natural? Like, this is perfect. When could I use this title any other time of year? I really couldn't, and I usually don't go live on Mondays, so like all those coincidences, let me call it this. I did not call Frank that. I wish I was that clever. I didn't think of that. Somebody else did not catch their name, but props to them. Maybe it was a girl. It's okay if a guy said that. They didn't say no homo, so I don't know about that. John Bolt said I can get away with murder at work, but I try not to take advantage. Yeah, at my last job, I screwed off. Not yeah, screwed off. Just just as much as possible. It was. It didn't affect my work. Wood guy, yeah, quite Nikki. Glad you made it. It's quite Monday. Frank does not take too many days off. I think the last one was literally the last Monday of last month. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so like literally he's been showing up every day like regular for a month, and it's just, stuff to do with the building, trying to make the city realize they're making a mistake, man. But yeah, I am gonna get this week. I'm gonna go through movies you guys have suggested. If you do want to suggest a movie for us to watch for March, you've got all this week to suggest it, because the poll is gonna go up this Saturday. And also this Saturday we are going to be reviewing The Man Who Would Be King from 1975. The link to that is in the description. And so we'll be doing a movie review, and then immediately dropping the poll for the next group of movies for us to watch for March, to keep this uh bad pun marching along. I know, I know. Oh, Lisa, glad you made it. Erica said, lucky you, I was micromanaged by a Lucifer supervisor. Is that as bad? Because I've worked at jobs where it's like you have maybe like five bosses ahead of you. So if one thing fucks up, you got to hear about it 5 times from 5 different people over the course of 2 days. I didn't care for that. Oh, John Bolt says his boss is in the hospital today, and my supervisor is so hands off, it's almost disturbing. Oh, one of those. Yeah. I I probably told you my first job was Taco Bell, and you know what? Manager always had to be there, but one time I think we ran out of change, so somebody had to bounce, and the person they left in charge was this guy who, like, we knew, we all kind of like sort of knew each other. Some of us, kicked it outside of work. But this guy was like a year or so younger than me. So I'm thinking, okay, like the youngest guy on the crew was technically in charge, but he was super professional about it. He was, he was, everybody was there was good workers. And, we were just kind of like nervously, at least I was kind of looking at this guy, like, how's he going to handle responsibility? And dude was hella chill. He's like, man, y'all can smoke crack on the line as long as you get the orders out. I'm thinking, cool. I was sober back then. I was like, cool, I can do that. We had the smoothest time. He was so good on drive-through. People tipped the man. So jump ahead, he's a junkie. But back then, it was fine. Oh, I, what? Oh, damn. Patrick's saying that his teeth have been playing him up. Hopefully will ease up in a day or two. Ouch. Yeah, mouth pain is the worst. What is up, B-Chap? Erica, fuck yes. Let me write that down. Beckett with Richard Burton. I've seen that movie. You want to watch that. Holy shit. Beckett. It also has Peter O'Toole. Richard Burton playing a priest. If you know anything about the man, that man playing a priest, he does a good job. But if you think about him outside of work, it's funny as hell. Beckett, yes! I've got that. I believe it is on Tubi. I know I watched it on YouTube sometime last year. I'm a huge Richard Burton fan anyway, so anything with I was kind of trying to like maybe I could slip Absolution in there, but it's sort of a if you know the cast in that movie, it's somebody we've seen before. In a movie we've already watched on this channel. So without giving too much away, because I didn't know that man was in that movie until like they showed him, and it's like, so yeah. Erica, yeah, just saw it on Tubi. Nice, yeah, Beckett. Ooh, yes, I want to throw that in the mix. Just no matter what else is suggested. Yeah, thank you for that. Oh, Patrick, haven't eaten in a few days, so might lose some weight. Yeah, that is a good way to lose weight when your mouth hurts so bad you can't even chew. I mean, like do like liquids, like have like smoothies or something like that. Don't waste away. But yeah, that is a good way to lose weight. I was thinking, hey, if I were to get braces again, I would drop the pounds easily, especially that first month when everything's moving into place. Oh, Lisa says she's gonna lurk while she stacks her split wood. Cause I always have to do every fucking thing. Yeah, I know that's right. Lisa's like literally like chopping down whole forests and scaring people out of the driveway and shooting at mooses or just moose plural. Yeah. And B-Chap, glad you made it. And you are dumb too. Said I drug test myself for work quarterly and fail each time. Nice. They've never given me a drug test. Like, okay, what do you got? I'll try anything. Not anything. I won't do needle drugs, but yeah. Try all the drugs. Except the needle drugs. Yeah, B-Chap, yeah, better off eating healthy and doing some extra exercises. Yeah, just friggin' mouth pain. Just yeah, and I was a fat kid too, so that was also that was interesting. Yeah, Beckett is quite good. I don't recall the year off the top of my head. It's okay. It's like somewhere in the 60s, 70s, something like that. Not when the film takes place. Absolutely not. That might have been one of the ones when I first got into Richard Burton. I watched, it was like an hour and a half documentary. And then it must have been two separate nights that were an hour apiece when he was on the Dick Cavett show. Dick Cavett is a very good interviewer because what he does is he would ask a question and then just sit there quietly and let the guest answer. It's foreign as hell to see that because that's certainly not what happens nowadays, but back then they did. So I watched those, and then I think I watched like 4 movies in a row again on YouTube, and I was hooked. You are dumb too, not fat, husky. Yeah, there's a difference. OB Chef, yeah, said thought similar decades ago, hardly had any meals and just had Greek style yogurt. It worked, did lose a fair amount of weight, though also my muscles wouldn't work properly. Yeah, you do have to worry about your, say, muscle tone if you're, because if you do have muscle and you start starving yourself, like you're going to lose, muscle along, with that too. Erica, yeah, a great interviewer, Dick Cavett. I guess Dick Cavett had like a low key crush on Janis Joplin. So like watch those interviews. Like he's sitting there like in his normal clothes, but his tie is just a little bit let's say wild, and he's like pointing it out to her, like, hey, I dressed up for you. It's like, oh man, that's cool, all that. And I'm a huge Janis Joplin fan anyway, so that chick is just totally cool by me. Except the heroin thing again. Don't do heroin. That's not cool. Oh, beach chap. Oh, almost fell down on multiple occasions until decided to get back to normal. Yeah, I noticed that after you don't eat all day to start getting like wobbly on your feet, and it's like, whoa, I need to sit down. Why is the room spinning? I'm not drunk, and just like, oh, maybe it's because I ate yesterday at what time? What time is it now? Yeah, so it kind of falls apart. I think I'm just a little bit too old to go. Like I didn't eat all day the day after Christmas because we had the bathroom issue going on. I had to, drive to use the facilities. But other than that, I try to have calories every day just so I can take my vitamins just because I need the nutrition. Oh, John Bolts, any lefties in the chat? Left-handedness, he means. I had a fun exchange with the girl at the carryout today, signing for my purchases, left-handed. Oh, I don't know who's left-handed in the chat. I do pay attention to that. Like Bruce Campbell's a left-handed fella. So is my dad. He's said that. I haven't like seen him. Well, the fact that he speaks with his left hand, I guess he is left-handed. But oh, Leanne, yeah, not fat, big bone. Glad you made it. Oh, you're dumb too, said light weights, repetition instead of heavy weights, walk and eat in moderation. Yep, that's what it is. Do yoga. After about 7 days of that, you feel a difference inside. It's like your insides feel more toned up. It's the only way to. Oh, Krista's left-handed. Glad you made it. Patrick's left-handed. Oh, cool. I did not know that. Well, like, or Anthony Vincent's left-handed. I don't know about his parents. Like, do you inherit that? Where does that come from? Because like Frank's right-handed, his daughter is not. Don't know about his wife. They say cats are left-handed. What? Watch your cat while they'll like reach for like their left paw with stuff a little bit more often than the right. Danny finally found a left-handed measuring cup. Yeah. Except my buddy growing up was left-handed, so there he was like flipping his notebook around every time to write. It's like, why do you do that? He's like, well, because if I do it the other way, lays his hand down on like the spine. I'm like, oh, okay. Lisa Graham, a lefty too. Holy shit. What are we like half left-handed in here? I swear I worked at a factory. I think the machines were all built by a left-handed person because you would put the stuff on the left and then it would slide to the right. It's like who did they hire for this? But I do have the phone opened up. It is 419 to call into the show. Oh, Leanne, send me ambidextrous. Sweet. Crystal Pistol. Glad you made it. Said my balance is always off. Yeah, same. I've got because of a surgeon, I've got one leg shorter than the other. I would imagine using a measuring cup that's made for right-handed people. All you're seeing is like the centimeters and in like the millimeters side instead of the ounces side because they have them both. So it's like I'm so fucking sick of seeing this metric shit. Oh, cool. Crystal Pistol said, my daughter, my nephew, and my boyfriend are left-handed. Oh, nifty. John Volts, I knew there would be a bunch of left-handers in here. Smart people gravitate together. Yeah, that's honestly, and all of, quite frankly, that's never come up. I'm glad you asked that here. That's so cool. Dandy, yes, yeah. Like now you either gotta buy a measuring cup for a left hand or learn the metric system. Seriously. Fuck, I can go to Europe and be fine, but son of a bitch. Now, if you are left-handed in Europe, do they have measuring cups with like like the millimeters, but then like the English units on the other side. So if you're left-handed, you see the English units, and I don't know. Now I wonder. Art, I'm glad you made it. Crystal Pistol, everything is always put away wrong. Yeah, and like there's statistics, like so many left-handed folks die every year just because the stuff is switched around. Even a ballpoint pen, I didn't realize this because it's designed to be drug, but then like with them, they're like pushing the pen, so it makes it not write correctly, and it just like all like the trouble to like write. It just I saw this on a Tumblr post, so of course I'm an expert on it. Crystal Pistol, or just turn the measuring cup. Yeah, but that's a whole 180-degree twist. That's like a full second out of your day. I think I would honestly just learn the metric system. It's easier. I don't know. That's one thing I really haven't had to like. I know how far like a meter is like about 3 feet, but if you tell something so many feet away, like 75 meters away, I don't know what that is in regular. So I just, oh, okay, I'll just walk till I see it. John Volts, I need to become Muslim so we can write from right to left. Actually, if you go to read ancient Egyptian, it is often written, to us it would seem backwards, but there's a trick. John Rogers, glad you made it. If you're looking at ancient Egyptian, look for all of the people and birds. They are facing the direction in which the writing begins. So if they're all facing this way, that means it was written starting here, going there. If everything is facing that way, that means it's written over here and then goes that way. It's very simple. Once you know that trick, it's very simple. So yeah, here's why I'm so hyper. I did mention on the last show, I got the sample of the Keto Brainz Nootropics coffee creamer. This is just a little, it's like a single serving packet that is 0.56 ounces, which is also 16 grams. Had some of this in my coffee around, let's say, noon yesterday, and I kind of felt like a little like up. As I was taking notes, I wasn't making like any mistakes for about an hour or so. And but then I didn't eat at the time, so it kind of just wore off. It was fine. It didn't crash or anything. It just kind of went away. But then today I make my coffee earlier, let's say like 11. And then again, right around maybe like 1:30, I started just feeling like up and awake and wanting to move around and do things. And at the same time, I'm telling myself, like, girl, you are 2 days away from a back appointment. Chill out. And I'm still a little bit up from that. And let me get you the one that's been open. And take a sip of coffee because I'm not hyper enough. But yeah, this is the one that I did open up. I know it looks all beat up. That's the inside there. Because what happened is when I tore it open, it does have an aroma of coconut. So I was concerned about, I'm not going to do a bump of it because of that. I'm not trying to smoke coconut all day and get a headache. So I was concerned about that, but I had already opened it. My coffee was there. I had to use it. And I just poured in about, half. Again, it seems like a lot for a serving. It half seemed just about fine. Let it swirl in there, kick it, let the coffee cool down just a bit. I don't have to burn my mouth when I drink it. You can taste the coconut. It's not as strong. Like smelling it is the harshest it is gonna be. Tasting it in the coffee, it's almost so light of a flavor. If you didn't know it was there, you wouldn't even think about it. But you do sort of just the slightest bit taste it. But there was zero aftertaste. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting like, okay, an hour or two later, am I gonna like taste it again? It's nothing. It's like nothing ever happened. So like, hey, cool, there's that. Cause and like no headache later on. No, nothing even like a headache later on. Back pain, but not head pain. So cool. You are dumb too, said left-handed people also make good artists, creators, and sports persons. Oh, John Bolt said, I do feel a bit more focused at work with the Keto Brainz. I've been using it for almost a month now. All right. Oh, Patrick said, Arden is Wally still celebrating West Ham's win at Arsenal. I'm going to put this away just in case I smell it. I'm sensitive to smell, so it's I don't need to just leave it out now and then have a headache when the show ends. So but yeah, that's the worst of it. It's not like your coffee cup smells like it when you're done drinking it or anything like that. Again, no aftertaste, nothing like that. I wouldn't even say there's much of a residue like left over in the cup. It's not like you're like wasting it, like drinking it and just washing the rest away. So it gets into your system. Crystal Pistol, good. I hate coconut. Yeah, it does have the potential to give me a headache. So it's like, but it didn't, like zero, no, nothing at all. If it did a little bit, I would tell you. It does not. Krista's asking if I have ever heard of the melon heads of Ohio cryptids. That's a new one on me. I know the Melon Festival. That's over in Milan, Ohio for Labor Day. They have that's the place where they have the, I don't know if they still do it, don't get me wrong, because I haven't been to too many places in the last few years, but like the cantaloupe ice cream and the, I think, watermelon ice cream they sell over there. It comes from Toff's, which is an ice cream place that's actually in Sandusky, Ohio, but they just go over there and sell it. What's up, Pickle Farmer? Pickle Gamer, what's up? You haven't heard of the melon heads. I have seen a chupacabra around here. I was sober. I was in the hood, but I was sober. John Volt said, left-handed people can also be socially awkward and sometimes assholes. Lots of INTJ and INFJ personality types. Krista said, I'm a lefty INFJ. Leanne Randall Carlson said, as scientists analyzed Egyptian mummy's hair and found cocaine and uh, Marahuchi, which means trade from South America. Yeah, I've heard about they call them the cocaine mummies. That's the thing. John Volt's Keto Brain smells like coconut. If you don't like coconut, don't bother. It is like the smell is the harshest thing. You're gonna taste it even less, and again, zero aftertaste. Oh, Tammy Volts, glad you made it. Said, anyone played the new Don't Nod game, Lost Records, Bloom, and Rage game yet? It's awesome. I am obsessed. I haven't. Has anybody else? Melon Festival, Dandy, yep, hell yeah. Melon Queen. Not with these. Okay, Krista's saying, just heard about them last night, apparently in Michigan and randomly Connecticut too. Michigan, Ohio, Connecticut. Oh, it's yeah, very northern up, like just temperature wise. I guess just staying in the area where blueberries grow. Art and Chupacabra, that's weirder than learning the metric system. I didn't know it was gonna be there. I didn't. I just again, that's the only time I've ever seen one. And again, it was like the middle of the night. I'm in the hood. I'm sober, and it just happened to skitter across the road, about 3 feet tall, on its hind legs, sort of grayish, no hair. I wasn't scared. I was just, I didn't want to hit it and have my airbag go off. And I wasn't speeding. Again, it was the hood. Pardon me. And I don't even know if that was, I'm not saying it like scared me enough that it ever went back. Because, when you got to get high, you got to get high. But yeah, that's, I guess they're around here. Probably something. If I see something like it in like a picture or a movie, I'll take a picture of it and share it with you guys. But yeah, and I can't, like draw it. But I did see it. I forget if I was by myself or not. All right, so I'd love to see one. As long as it's I'm in a car that has like locks on the doors. It would be different if I'm like just like walking through the woods. It's just like oh critter creeping by on its hind legs. It wasn't a deer, but that's still creepy. I just do a 180 and leave. Nope. Leanne, you put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up. Right. Asking me, do I know my Enneagram? I don't know. I feel like that's a word I used to know, but like now I go to like think of what that means, and there's just an empty file sitting there. Um, hmm. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what my because that's a there's this I think it's called the Myers Briggs personality. It might just be Myers Briggs personality.com, but you take this quiz. It is a little bit long. It's going to be a few minutes out of your day, but Pickled Gamer, when you got to get high, you got to get high. Like when you got to go. Like bathroom wise, like when you need a buzz, you need a buzz. Just is what it is. Like I don't like addiction here, fear becomes less the higher you need to get. So like, you get brave when you need to catch a buzz. It's that determination. John Bolt said I need to get the fixins to make pina coladas again. I made them with Bacardi 151 the night my wife and I first met. Dude, fuck yeah. And said I saw something like that, but thought it was a demon. I was 5 years old, furry guy, walking on hind legs. Like if it's just like a furry guy or a critter, it might just be, like a cryptid. If it's like a deer on its hind legs, run, run, just run. Oh, Leanne, your name with the letters changed around. You know what? Jerry Coogan actually took my name and rearranged the letters, but I don't know. But he didn't do that for my current name, not for Nikki M. Carlin, so I don't know what it would be. And I think he said he could do it in his head. He didn't have to write it down. Enneagram. Is that like a cardiogram? It sounds like a test you get in a hospital to like check your heart or something. I'm just looking up that word. Um, definition. There we go. DEF. Oh, you know what, Chris? Krista, this might be just like a new thing on me. No, okay, yeah, I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I see what this is. I've never messed with it. It seems interesting though. Where's that at? Where's that? I swear it's Myers Briggs. Uh, yeah. Myers Briggs, 16 personality types. Yeah, that's it. And I always forget what mine is. And I've taken it at like at least 3 different times in the last 10 years thinking it would like change, but no, I get the architect, whatever that is, the architect. That's my critter. It's a guy. I swear I had that saved somewhere. Bookmarks. 68 bookmarks. I need to bookmark one more page. Is this it? INTJ, yeah. Architect, yeah, that's mine. Oh, Patrick, yeah, Jerry's a great man. Haven't seen him anywhere lately. Yeah, it has been a minute since I've seen him around. I'll wait until it gets to like his birthday is on the 20th in March. So if I don't hear from him by then, I will officially be concerned. Echocardiogram, yeah, Erica, yeah. You they read your heart and they tell you how you deal with situations. Yeah, yeah, but based on your heartbeat. That's what kind of vampire personality test is that? Krista said John had mentioned his MBTI, which was similar to mine. I asked what he was on that test. That's interesting. I'd never because like you can take quizzes and it sort of like gives you like a graph of how you like respond to it was probably nothing official like Krista's talking about. Pina colada and strawberry daiquiri together, one poured on top of the other. Pickled Gamers talking about. Whoa. Oh, it's called a Miami Vice. Whoa. That sounds like it would be good if I could drink coconut. Arden, nice. Said I did the Myers Briggs. I am ENTJ. Sweet. And that's the thing. I just know what my result is. I don't know like what all like the 16 types are. I know astrology, but I don't know those 16 personality types. If I knew 15 other people who had those personalities, I would be more inclined to learn it. That's just something I don't have in my head. It is very interesting though. It is something I would like to know more about and be able to remember. John Volt's telling Pickled Gamer that drink sounds busy, something to order at the bar to piss off the bartender. Is that why they didn't serve mojitos except for one place in town? Was it too many steps? Jenna, glad you made it. Been MIA, recovering from pinched nerve. Yikes. Gonna listen only, by the way. I'm right handed. Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, feel better. Damn, that sucks. Ugh. Oh, INFJ personality type, Jenna's saying. Oh, cool. Sweet. Chris is saying that I should look up the melon heads and read about them. I'll have to check that out. That's well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna look on YouTube to see if anybody, because people will do like sometimes their channels are just dedicated to like cryptids and weird, critters, mythological like critters. See if one of them have covered it. That sounds fun. Patrick, yeah, I think he might be doing more gigs often than not. Yeah, because like Jerry, he's in the UK, so I mean, like, yeah, a lot of other people are, but the man is a musician for a living, so he's basically at work when Frank is on, and maybe he's getting done with work when quite frankly ends, and then he just can't make it. Plus, he's got family, and I believe he's got a granddaughter he looks after sometimes. And then maybe he just wants some time off. Maybe he's just asleep at that time. So it could be a lot of things. So like I'm concerned, but not terribly worried. It's not like before when I knew something was wrong with him last January. Haven't gotten that feeling. Elisa said, "Oh, wood stack, but dang portable truck battery charger is kaput. Just like the battery. Dang it! I guess I'll add mechanic to my resume. Grr." Fucking jack of all fucking trades. I gotta fix every fucking thing. You son of a bitch. There. Now what? Yeah, I know that's right. Like, this is not my job description. John Volt's got Tropical 7 Up and Shine tonight. Ooh, cool. Krista Celine, INFJ is the rarest, but we are always overrepresented in places like chat rooms and forums. Okay, I just had to look up mine again. I forgot what it was. That's cool. Like I've not come across like I'm not saying I've done a lot of charts for a lot of people, but I've never come across a chart or in astrology like mine where all of the planets are grouped together just because that's the rarest birth chart you can get. Usually people have their planets scattered about. They don't have all of their planets together anywhere. Mine are in the first five houses. That explains a lot. Oh, what John Volt said, tastes like mangoes soaked in rubbing alcohol. Yeah, mangoes, instant headache. I don't know what it is about those super tropical fruits like dragon fruit, especially mango. Just because I had a boyfriend who liked mango and I cannot be around that, can't smell it, can't taste it, nothing. Nothing. That's a headache right there. Krista Celine, I've done charts for decades. I love astrology. Yeah, all the charts I've done, like I've seen people who have had a chart where like they only had one planet, like they yeah, everybody has 10 planets, none of their planets repeated. Like say like Gemini sun, Virgo moon. It just like there was never like two Virgos, two, Aquarius, two, Taurus. Every single, it was like one of each plant sign. Like I've seen that, but never one like a grouping like my own. I'm not saying I have to, but I guess it is that rare if I haven't come across it in almost 30 years. All right, on cue. Glad you made it. My chart is that way too, Nikki, and good evening. Oh, you have all your planets together? I'd like to see that. Are they on the bottom or the top? Krista, I have a few stelliums. I'm all air and water. Wow. That's fun. I'm half air, and my only earth is my sun and my rising sign, which isn't technically a planet, and some water, some fire, but well, it's three in Libra, two in Aquarius, plus I'm on the cusp with Aquarius. So like I wouldn't count that as an extra thing. Right on cute. Yeah, you can email me a picture, or you can send it to you can always DM it to me, say if you're on Twitter. That's always open. Just checking my battery power there. Cool. Jen Walter, has to be a joke in there. There really does. Lisa said, I want to find out more of the astrology that is attributed to me. Interesting stuff. Yeah, just whatever you just get a regular ass astrology book and just read about your own sign. But then you might, after you do that, you might want to go back to Aries and start from there and read about all of them because like each sign is not perfect. So like say you've got Aries, whatever say personality traits they're missing. Taurus has those, but then they're sort of like missing something. Gemini has those, but they're sort of missing something. But then Cancer, you get it. So no sign is an island unto itself. I guess I can give out my email. I'm pretty sure it's nikkimcarlin@gmail.com. What else would it be? Let me just make sure. Where's my email at? Hmm. Yeah, so it is yeah, that's me. I guess it's a work address now. Oh, Tammy said, "How do I do readings? I'm interested." It's kind of like somebody just tells me their sign, and I just say what I know about it. I will tell you one thing about astrology: you're never going to hear anybody else say, and I have said this before. It's that I don't know everything about astrology. Anybody else who is into astrology will act like they know everything they're talking about. They will be wrong as fuck, and they still keep talking like they know what they're talking about. And you just have to be quiet and let them finish and never talk to them about astrology again. It's I mean, like I could go deeper than that if I were to get somebody's like their information to do a birth chart. That's different because then I can see like the whole wheel, and you can see how things correspond to each other. Again, I have to relearn the houses a lot. I've lost a lot of that due to memory loss. So or sort of can vaguely like a lot of people want to know that they're like, hey, I'm this sign, but my boyfriend or my husband is that sign. Like, oh well, like we brought up the one night there were like Gemini and Scorpio, And folks are like, yeah, it's great sex, it's a wild time, but you can't, like they're not still together now. It's just too wild. Stuff like that. Like I wouldn't say I'm an astrologer. Like I'm not trying to come off to you like that. It's just something I've been into since 1996. And like the more I know, the better, because you can just get somebody's sun sign and know some information there. But say if you know their rising sign, which is also their ascendant, then it's hard to describe an ascendant. It's like you are your sun sign, but then your ascendant sort of like determines the way you present yourself to the world. So you might be, say, a Virgo, which might have a tendency to be not, not every sign is the same, but some Virgos might tend to be, say, on the quiet or shyer side. But then you might have an Aries ascendant, which is Aries. It's, fire. It's the first sign of the zodiac. It's out on the stage. So, like, you might be a quiet person, but then you might also have this, like, bombastic side to you, or maybe you see things bigger than life, like that. Like I'm double Earth, so I'm, Capricorn with Virgo rising. So we've got Earth presented as Earth. It's so it's the only Earth I have in my horoscope, and it's right up front too. So there's like this like practical, serious side, and no nonsense and no fucking around and this, but then you've got like the air and all that Aquarius right behind it, and all the other stuff. Dandy said, I also have the book Sex Signs, kind of goes into romance and bedroom areas. I believe I used to have that book. Like if I saw the cover, I'm sure I used to have it. Patrick, I'm Cancerian and can be right moody at times. Yeah, Cancers, water signs. I mean, everybody can be moody, but Krista, yeah, don't go off sun sign alone. The full chart says it all. Like, yeah, I mean, you can know a lot from knowing a sun sign, but if you want the full picture, it's like the difference between having like a photograph snapshot versus like actually like seeing the thing that was, the thing that was taken, the picture, the thing you took the picture of. I know how to talk. Dandy, yep, Dandy and Patrick both have the same birthday. We didn't have two Capricorns with the same birthday. Do we have any Aquarii or Pisces that have the same birthdays in here? Lisa said, I found it rather interesting that all the men in my life were Leos. I mean, my grandfather, father, brother, husbands, and both sons. That Lisa, that is a fuck ton of fire, man. What are the odds? John Volts, I hate fireworks now. Everyone is celebrating my birthday. I don't know them. Yeah. Thank you, you loud sons of bitches. Yeah. Krista says Leo is the astrological father. Aw, Leos are fun. Yeah, John Rogers, Aries, April 6th. We've got a ton of Franklies. That first week of April is just jam packed. Yeah, Patrick and Dandy, both the 29th of June. What's up, J5000? John Volt's my mom. My wife's mom was born on the 4th of July, too. Oh. J5, I'm an Aries, but Pisces cusp. Oh, damn, I know you said your birthday, too. It's like right when Aries begins. Like I'm telling her own birthday, like from what I remember from my steel trap memory. Krista said, I have a stellium in my sun sign, but it's air. My heavy water chart offsets the typical. Aquarius, February 1st. Well, what is stellium? That's another word. Like I probably would have known that 15 years ago. Oh, Leanne said, I only recently learned my rising when online. Helpful knowing the other aspect signs. Yeah. It's so wild to just have like say just your sun sign, and then you learn about everything else. Like, whoa, that's about me too. Yeah, well, Ollie's a Virgo, ardent saying her son is a Sagittarius and daughter's a Gemini. I could see how that would be wild. That could get out of control. Oh, cool. Crystal Pistol, March 25th. Nice. Yep, fire sign. Oh, okay. Krista Celine. Three or more planets in one sign or house is a stellium. Okay, that's where I know that word from. In one sign or house, three or more. All right, that would be Libra for me because I've got Mars in Libra, and then it happens at like way later on. I want to say Pluto is in Libra, and then Uranus, Neptune. I know it when I write it down. J5000, yeah, doing better today. I think I'm so hyper because of the I can't think of words. Keto Brainz. Just checking my battery. Yeah, let's put this on the charger. And please don't freeze. Pardon any lag. I called my chiropractor up. He answered the phone. I've got an appointment. That was loud. Wednesday at it's like at 3 p.m. So I don't know how I'm gonna get food in my system after the fact. Because, like, yeah, I can go pick something up, but you gotta remember that the sun is in a water sign, which is my unlucky time of year. What the hell was that? Was that a short? It was probably a short. Yeah, I'm not watching that. But that's not the point. The point is I get my back cracked. I can like not eat because I never eat before an appointment, and it's okay for me to like go until like 3, 4, or 5 p.m. and have not had any calories in me. I'm not really worried about that, but it's like I would like to get some protein in me between when I get out of there and before, quite frankly, starts. So it just I'll white knuckle it. I'll get through it. So yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be okay. Oh, Leanne said, I didn't know stellium. Thank you. Yeah, I did. That's, thank you. Yeah, thanks to Krista, because I totally forgot about that. Oh, Krista said, you have critical degrees. That's something to look for. Rob has so many at 29 degrees. I only have one. Old soul. Yeah, that's one thing I do too. I don't think I ever learned like the degrees. Like I know like they matter. I just don't know what they mean until I read about them, and then I can be an expert about it until I forget. Uh, why is that so bright? J5000, yeah, my chiropractor went MIA. We were worried about him. Yeah, that's what my guy did. Well, he got sick. And when that happens, doctor's handwriting, he just writes a little note, tapes it to his door, and you're just, stuck. But he's getting back in. He'll be all right. John Volt's Native Americans thanked the animal after they took them. Yeah, they're feeding you. You took their life so you can feed your family. Circle of life, all that stuff. Lisa Graham, I'm sure the cows forgave that fucking farmer on the regular. That the video Frank played. Well, Saturday Frank did his special because he's been doing the live thing for 19 years, and it felt like an episode of Zadalza in the way that like they're showing videos of stuff that just made them laugh and showing old clips and silly stuff. And that's how Zadalza was. It wasn't, sticking to current events. He did a little bit, but it was mostly like, hey, I was online, I found this silly video, I want you guys to see it. And we would play it and laugh about it and then move on to something else. And, it was like that for an hour twice a week. And that's sort of how it was on Saturday. And they're playing old clips of when, like, the old studio was on fire. Frank was filming. And so, like, you can see, like, the room getting a little bit smokier and hear voices down the hallway. Holy shit, is that a fire? I think the building's on fire. Like, get my shit. All right, on cue said Krista should give us a course. Hee hee, I'd pay to learn more for sure. Aw, that's awesome. Lisa Gray said, I still to this day give thanks to each animal that gave its life to sustain mine. Right on. In the same vein as that, if you don't say have to hunt for your food, don't waste food. Krista Selena, I'm kind of the same. She said, I've studied it since I was a kid in the 90s, but still don't understand everything, but I love reading charts. Yeah, same. Like, that's why I can, like, start out something and I get all my ideas at the beginning of something, and then, like, most things just fizzle out. And it's all on the bottom, too. If you have your planets on the bottom, you're more, say, introverted versus the top of the wheel. That means you're more extroverted. And if you're looking at a natal chart, it's also called a birth chart. A lot of these things do have two names. I'm sorry. That's not my choice. You want to look at the 9 o'clock position and then go reverse Widdershins. So you start at the 9 o'clock hour, you go down to the 8, 7. That's how you read one of those. You don't start at say noon and start reading it there. It will not make sense. John Volts Lorenzo was an insane person. I would have noped off the channel back in the day seeing that. Wow. Yeah, it's that was before me. I did recall that name Lorenzo. That dude, I want to know what this dude was on because he was just like too much all of the time. There's just no reining this dude in. And I guess he would show up with like a trunk of props and he's sitting there with like hats and necklaces and like they sort of look like Groucho Marx glasses, but it had like a penis for the nose. All kinds of silly shit like that. This guy's just wild and making noises and jumping up and just I need a nap just thinking about that guy. That was just too much energy. I guess he's still alive. I hope so. Christy, yeah, it's eerie how accurate it is when you read family, friends, and celebs you might feel a connection to. It really is. Like, that's why they do that. That's why I do that. Oh. If I like, because I really didn't make a lot of sense to myself till I got into astrology, and then it made sense. John Volts Frank has come a long way from the early days. Early stuff was unwatchable. Sorry, 20 somethings acting edgy. LOL. Some of it is. Some of it was really just folks just saying what you can for a laugh because you're with your friends. But some of it had more, more form to it. It wasn't just so loose. And every show was different. You couldn't predict what the next show was going to be like. A show on Tuesday was not going to be the show on Thursday. You come back around to the next Tuesday, totally different. Lisa Gray, but mammal sauce? Ha! Yeah, I got that. I looked that up so fast. I got that in the car playlist. I'm going to be playing that in the car. That's got a bump. It's like, I want to say they said it was from maybe 2003. It predates YouTube. And I was just regretting all the time I spent outside in the world with my friends and partying. And I should have been online during the golden age of YouTube. And now I just have to learn about it like it's any other history. Just too many regrets. And there was one time Frank got up. It was Pierre Louis, French guy from Anthony Vincent Music, and he also had like a punk music band, and he sent Frank like a song of his, and Anthony got up and danced, and Frank got up and danced. This would have been in like 2015. That was so cool. That's never happened again. Lisa Gray Lorenzo seemed like a constant, frantic, headache inducing. Yeah, I don't know how you. And I don't really think it was too much of an act. I'm sort of getting the feeling dude was like that, just on the street. Again, I want to know what uppers he was on. Like, was he some kind of like manic where he just could not come down, or like was that him sober and then he gets like high and then he's like give him a cup of coffee and then he's just exploding? John Volts, I have similar memories of my old friends driving around aimlessly and listening to Metallica. Yeah, anything that was, say, on the radio in maybe 2002, like that's what I was, listening to driving around. Um, because radio, well, again, I don't know exactly what it was. There was a radio station that was out of Toledo. Hmm. No, that's not what I want to do. Let me get you this. Since we're talking about astrology, Astrodinist, here we go. That's the ugliest damn link. Let me drop this in the chat room. This is just to go to, if you know the month, day, and year you were born, and the time and the place, then you can. Oh, oh no. See if this works. You can enter your information on this site. Make sure that works. It does. Okay, yeah, you enter your information. Like when I go there, I can go up to my Astro and it's got, I've been using this site for how many ever many years. But that's what you can do. Enter your information there. And then you go to, pardon any lag, sorry. Oh, let me just go to myself. Okay, after you have entered into your information, you're going to want to go to, it says all free horoscopes at Astrodinist, horoscope chart drawings. Then it says chart drawing, comma, ascendant, quick access to your chart and calculations. Tap that, and then it shows you, it's white. It's in, white mode, even if you're using dark mode. So I'm not going to scroll up and look at that, but that's your chart. That's you. And you can do it for an event too. So if you're going to put in for, say, Zadalza, you would put in February 18, 2006, 1 a.m. I used Port Chester since that's where Frank's from, but he did say they were at Manhattanville College at the time. I don't know where that's located. I wrote it down so I can look it up later. But because you do need roughly a location when you're putting in that kind of information. You can't, I mean, like you can put it, it doesn't need like the street you were born on. You can put in the city. It's not quite that specific. I don't think astrology cares, like where on the block you were born. But yeah, and you can do that for yourself. I've got myself in there. I've got anybody over the years who has given me that information. That's where I've got it saved. Now, there is a book called The Only Astrology Book You'll Ever Need. And if you go to the back of that, it will give you charts so you can do it yourself on paper. And I think it goes up to like maybe the year 2100. So you're covered. And then it goes back. I forgot how far back it goes. That's the thing. It might only go back to say 1900. So if you're doing it for folks before then, yeah. Um, I mean, it can be done that way, but this is just faster. It's just the same thing, and I don't have that book anymore. And the funny thing is, I had bought all those astrology books over all the years, and the last one I bought was called The Only Astrology Book You'll Ever Need, and it was purple. And so you can do that for anybody who have that information on. You can do it for somebody whose time of birth you don't know, but just know that it's not going to be able to say show you. There's just going to be things you just cannot do without that information, and I hate that. But most people, you can find out what time they were born. Like that's how I know that I've got like Frank in there, Legacy Rant. I'm not gonna pull it up again, but like stuff like that, I keep that there. Oh, J5000. Okay, astrology fam, what do you say about the biblical evidence which points to stars being angels? Hmm. As far as stars go, I want to say the ancient Egyptians believed like all the stars were like gods in the sky. And then I have heard, I believe this was on Quite Frankly, he's talking about when people see a white light when they die, it's because they're going into one of the stars. And then something about like you have to go in and out of every single one. And then I forget the rest of that song because it's been months and months ago now. Uh, it's I mean I know what stars are, but then like you do also I like to have a mythical reason for it too. Leah, there was the Shoney's. We'd cruise around and around. I remember Shoney's, too. That's been forever ago. Krista Celine, I love riding the bus to and from school. Now these kids are Shafford. I know English. Chauffeured like spoiled brats, dropped at the door. Makes no sense if parents work and causes traffic. Yeah, that's just, there's no reason to wake children up that early and throw them out in the cold and send them to a place where they're just going to get abused all day and sent back home. No, it's the children need to be at home getting taught by mom so dad can go out and be the breadwinner. Gotta push things back a few decades and get it right. John Bolt said, I assume mammal sauce is a silly reference to milk. Uh, or maybe a different kind of sauce that guys make. Patrick said to J5000, so what about Geminis? They're twins. I have heard that Geminis are either more likely to have twins or you are more likely, you get pregnant, you're going to give birth, say, in, end of May, sometime beginning of June, you're more likely to have twins. But you can have, say, Capricorn twins. I'm not saying that's Geminis are the only ones. They're just, and again, I don't know the statistics of it either, but they're just saying you're a little bit more likely to. John Volts, our silly stuff was Primus and green jello, yeah. All right, on Q said, I believe stars could very well be angels. There is evidence that they're not made of what we've been told. We've been so lied to. Believe anything is possible. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Guar, yeah, John Volts said these damn blue collar tweakers are running this here town. And then they showed a picture. I guess they said they met King 40 and they showed a picture, but is that what that man looks like? I don't think that, I don't really know what King 40 looks like. I know what he sounds like more than what he looks like. Was that him? That they said it was. There's Anthony and Frank and a guy and Petey Face. So I'll take your word for it. I have to. John Volt said, LOL, Winona's Big Brown Beaver. Have you ever, that this is a just odd random ass reference. This was just a CD I think my boyfriend had. It was called Short Music for Short People. Do you know that? And this was like say like 20 years ago, maybe a little bit more when he had this. It was basically maybe it was like 100 songs, but some of them were a little bit longer, but some of them were maybe 30 seconds long, and they were just silly little songs. I always remember one, and it was I'll wait and see if anybody's heard of it. Lisa Gray, speaking of twins, that whole conjoined twin stuff is something else. I have so many questions. Just wow, thank you for bringing that up. I wanted to mention that because I was thinking about my bad back. If they go to the chiropractor, do they have to pay double? Or is it just the one amount? And when is their birthday? Are they Geminis? I don't know that. They said that they're 34. When do they start doing ultrasounds? Do you like find out what that is? Leanne, not the song short people. No, that this was like a CD, like just full of like 50 to 100 songs. And again, they were short. Not the short people have no reason to live, not that. Because I don't understand, This might not be a polite thing to say, but I don't know. I don't like necessarily try to be rude, and I don't mean this in a rude way. Pardon for putting this stuff on too while I get to the point. Um, you know, like the whole life is precious and things like that. But I mean, were there ultrasounds 34, 35 years ago? Because you go in, you get scanned, and you find out you're getting a double decker baby, one right on top of the other with no breaks in between. You carry out the pregnancy, you give birth. Why would you take that home? All the health problems, you know, these children are in for, and just how the world is going to treat. I mean, like, I'm not saying that they're not loved, that they were not wanted, but I just don't understand how you can know what's in store for someone, two people like that, and think, okay, I want to drag them through life knowing the way the world is going to look at them no matter what. I realize, like, there's still people like you and me, they still have like hearts and souls and feelings like that. You know, I'm not trying to say, you know, like they don't deserve to live. I'm not saying that, but I'm just thinking myself, I don't, and I don't know how you would want to put people through that. I would say, you know what, let's try again. But maybe that's just me. Yeah, Leah, it wasn't that. It wasn't the short people have no reason to live. This was like many, many, many songs. Pickled Gamer, fat music for fat people. Wouldn't that just be like the songs for like jingles for fast food restaurants? Or like the Meow Mix song? Right on cue. I wrote that down to Google later, yeah. Lisa Gray, yeah, get dressed, you're going. I know that's right. John Volts, I call my wife handicapped when she asked me to fetch something from the top cupboards. Leanne, I wish so many times I was half an inch taller. I just want to be like maybe like 5'7". John Volt said, I got some funny songs my dad taught me when I was a kid, but I ain't gonna repeat them here. Too nasty. Yeah, understandable. Leanne, I had to ask another woman's husband to reach something at the grocery store yesterday. See, I'm a Capricorn, so I'm kind of fearless when I'm climbing, so I have no problem climbing the shelves to get what I need. Because the thing with climbing is all you have to do is just like not fall and you're fine. And then I've got this thing where, like, if I'm up so high and I could fall and hurt myself and live, I'm scared. But if I'm up higher than that and I would fall and die, I'm okay. Brenda, glad you made it. I am listening. Nikki trying to do too many things and not get kicked out. Yeah, yeah, do your thing. Glad you're here. Leanne. Uh, he said that's why she brings him. Yeah, because guys don't want to be in the grocery store. Oh damn, J5000 said I was 1 inch taller, but lost an inch on my neck due to whiplash. Oh dude, fuck whiplash. Damn. That's why I like those boots that I lost back in 2012, 2013. They may be a few inches taller. And I had pants I could only wear with those, and just that's all gone now. John Bolt, just one glow little worm, glitter glitter. You got neon for a shitter. Cute. Oh, Pickle Gamer Fat Music for Fat People was an old punk rock compilation CD put out by Fat Records label. It was because the song I remember is it was a very like fast paced speed punk possum type of feel to it, but it's like knee high Argyle tube. And then it breaks into the song. Dude's talking about, I was thinking of you when I jerked off into my sock last night. And then that's basically all the lyrics were. There was one other line I don't remember, but yeah, and it was maybe 20, 30 seconds long. That's the only one I remember, probably because it was so short and it was hilarious out of that whole CD. It's probably on YouTube. I could probably, the fact that I said it now, YouTube's probably listening and it's going to be in my recommended when I look at my phone after the show. J5000 Fat Wreck Chords. Nice. Crystal Pistol, I always have to ask for help, grab something. Like thankfully, since they don't stock up all the shelves, it's easy to like find, like places to put your foot to climb up. So, and then like I'm not a dick. I understand people have to stock shelves. So if I push something out of the way so I can climb, I'll put it back where it was. Like I will like front face stuff as if I worked there. Cause I get it. If your boss walks down the aisle, everything's not pushed up to the front, they think you're a lazy piece of shit because God forbid they do any work. So I get it. Pickled Gamer, yeah, I wasn't even trying to like sing it in like key or I what if I sing something in key and get copyright strike? So yeah, it was basically like that. Lisa Gray said, whenever I happen to be at a store, I invariably help the shorts struggling ones trying to attempt top shelf retrieving. Because there's stuff like when I walk into a store, if I don't see it, I'm looking right at the top of the shelves. Like I will grab something long and knock this shit down. I am not scared. I don't work here. Yeah, and that's the only line worth hearing. Yeah, J5000. Yeah, Lisa Gray, you're the real hero. Damn straight. But yeah, at the Saturday show, Anthony and Petey Face were both saying like one of them has like I don't even know if this is the right thing, like hypertension, or like maybe one had high blood pressure, like Petey Face did, and he's got to take medication for it. And then Anthony's a Virgo, and he's like a classic hypochondriac. So I told you about that one time when he had like all those pills on the desk, and I showed you all the pills I take. So like I get it. uh, so like he gets a hangnail, and he needs a cast on it. It's just he's not that bad, but he just Virgos can be that way, and then he's healthy, so it can't be that bad. But they have to like they're stressed out. It's basically they have to take medication because they have these things wrong with them because they're just stressed out. And I don't like to hear like I yes I want people to say when they're not feeling well, but at the same time you don't want to hear it in the way that it makes you mad to think that people you care about are unwell. So like mad in that sense, like you feel sorry that people you care about are sick. Like so that kind of mad, not just pissed off, angry. And it made me think I really just kind of want to take people like that and just I wish I could just make them stop everything for maybe 5 minutes and think about what their life would be like, how stressed out they would be if they were doing everything they were doing now alone. Like no parents, no husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, children, aunts, uncles, cousins, none of that in your life. Like take your life now, imagine doing everything solo, and then imagine what your health would be like then. And then count your blessings. Like it could be so much worse. Imagine the stress you'd be under doing all that solo. No pets either. No pets. Pets are help. No pets. So like I do really realize that they are, like they're stressed out and have health issues, but like just realize it could be so much worse, and like maybe some of it is just in your head, and just calm down. Pickled Gamer asking if Lisa can dunk. She said I can dunk like a pro. Oh, Brenda said she's doing okay. That's good. Yeah, Crystal Pisley, Anthony said he has white coat syndrome. Yeah, so whenever he's not in the studio, he's always dressed like he is a scientist, which makes me think of Hojo from Final Fantasy VII, which is my evil spirit animal. So I don't understand how that's a problem. Because he's Virgos can wear white. So how is that a problem? I don't know what all these medical things are. There's so many things wrong with everybody, and everybody expects you to know what all these acronyms and diseases are. It's like I'm not playing around. I'm not playing along with your medical fantasy. To just say like COPD, Colorado Police Department. You have trouble breathing because there's police in your lungs. Oh shit. Lisa Gray said it does take longer to hit the floor when I fall. Lucky short people. Yeah, like, oh, this would be so much worse, folks. Holler. Oof. Oh, Brenda. Oh, nasty blood clots, but agreed to meds and got the heck out. Have to give myself shots this week. Oh, damn. Like liquor shots? Oh, Nightcock. Glad you made it. Oh, John Bolt said I gotta get Frank and the guys' attention and tell them about Bronson's Antarctic krill oil, KRILL. I had insane high blood pressure. Oh, I'm glad that fixed it. Oh, is high blood pressure the one that you have for life? Like no matter what? I forget what one of those you do. Damn, John Paul said I have days where I have trouble finding my pulse in my arm. I was 150 over 100. Damn, something on a doctor's appointment. Jesus Christ. Crystal Pistol White Coat is he gets nervous around doctors and he's a hypochondriac. And then we've got Frank who is afraid of needles and he gets tattoos. What is going on with them Valbiro boys? What is with these contradictions? That's hilarious. Chris, yeah, and then his blood pressure gets high. He's nervous. He's a hypochondriac. Then he goes to a doctor. Then his blood pressure goes up, which means it's just a circle. Pickled Gambria, hitting the floor when you're tall is no joke. Like it's gonna take forever, or you're actually gonna like see them fall and see like acid trails of them falling because it takes so long. The earth shakes. Brenda, injections in the stomach. Oh, you just take it like a shot, man. And this is why I don't think about things after the fact. When Frank was talking about that Brazilian kid who like banged, shot, a butterfly into his leg. Like he ground it up, put it in a syringe, shot it into his leg, and died. LOL. I think that whole show went by. I don't. If somebody would have said this, I would have seen it and laughed. I don't think anybody did, but nobody said butterfly effect. Perfect thing to say. And how long ago was that episode? There's the perfect line for it. Just see that you don't get there's no good in dwelling on the past because like now I can't do anything with that line except say it here. Exactly. Yeah. J5000 explained how Frank can be afraid of needles and get tattoos because if you want to draw blood from this man, he can't look at it. He turns white as a sheet. Like his wife's got to take him out of the room. Like he's seriously just like falling apart. But at the same time, he's got to sleep and just all this here. That makes no sense to me. It just like does other sharp stuff buy him? Like does he like use a box cutter and get like nervous? Like oh I don't know about opening this mail. I because I understand like a syringe is not the same as like a tattoo, gun needle thing. But it's still a needle. What would he do if he was like type 2? He would never be type 2 diabetic. What if he was type 1 diabetic? Like, every time? Like, how often do you do that every day? I would have just like been afraid of needles and not gotten the tattoos. Just, pardon. I don't get that. And if you do want to watch suggest a movie for March, I'm still taking suggestions all through the week. I'm not going to put the poll up until Saturday. So if you want to suggest something now, or through the week, put it in the comments of any video, any post, any tweet. I'll get them. Brenda said maybe I should have been boozing it more. Yeah, sometimes, maybe you should. Have one, it will always have one more drink. John Bolton is hilarious. Frank is scared of needles. She can stick 100 in my arm in one day. And I'm like, what? It would be hilarious if, since Frank is afraid of possums, he should get like a tattoo of one. That way, every time he looks at it, oh my god, oh, it's still there. Oh fuck, fuck, oh shit. Just to fuck with himself like that. Maybe he likes to scare himself. Maybe that's why he does it. Maybe that's why Anthony does it. Because people sometimes do have that in them. And Leon, yeah, you said it, Nikki. Butterfly effect. Yeah, let's take this comment and put it back in the show last week, and it would have killed. Maybe not, but it would have been appropriate. It's no good thinking about something like, oh, I should have said. Nightcock says, Mrs. Hawk had to get some blood thinners from a DVT after her surgery. She's doing well considering. I would be crying and helpless. Oh, I'm glad she's okay. Oh, that's scary. Oh, Brenda said, I will myself. Well, I will be okay. And a good thing we didn't fly recently. Add plans, so God's got me. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you just have to think yourself healthy and think this can't be permanent. Patrick must have been a death's head moth. Nice. Just made me think of the Silence of the Lambs. Oh, I'm Belvero. Glad you made it. Oh, okay. Talking about, yeah, what bothers Frank is not the needles, but the blood pulsating. Yeah, so Frank would not do well in Collinsport, Maine. I don't know what he was doing vacationing up there. Brenda said, pray for the children of the world. Yeah, definitely. The children need the help. Oh, John Bolts, I'm type 6 diabetic. I got it from an interaction with an alien in the 90s. Yeah, that will happen. The X-Files had to warn us about that kind of stuff. Oh, a deep vein thrombosis is what DVT is. Oh, nice, John Rogers. I saw Mars Attacks on YouTube today. Oh, I love that movie. I saw that in the theater. Oh, Nightcock said, thank you. I'm glad too. She's so much tougher than I am. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, she's got you to have her back, so she'll be fine. John Volts, we had a possum hanging off the trestle in our back porch one morning, and my wife flipped the shit out. Oh, man, that's a big, ugly cat. Whoa! Is the door locked? Fuck. Leanne, I had a Mexican standoff with a possum one time. It showed its teeth and wouldn't move from my walkway. Can you hiss at it and scare it? Because I think my instinct would be to hiss at it like a cat and just like growl at it, like make all those angry cat noises at it. Stuff I wouldn't do now because I've got to talk for another half an hour and I don't want to wreck up my voice. But you know what? Like cats are gonna fight all those like low growls and their grr type stuff and hissing. I would make all those noises like I was a cat. General Possum will hiss at you in posture. They got nothing. Like what? Damn straight, yeah, baby possums are cute as fuck, John Volts is saying. Damn straight, too. The thing is, and I've mentioned this before, possums are freaky because they look like in Beetlejuice when Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin, like, made themselves look scary, and, like, Gina Davis just had, like, that big mouth with, like, the eyeballs in the middle. It's like that giant mouth. That's how possums look all the time. So Frank's probably getting, like, he doesn't realize it maybe, but he's thinking about Beetlejuice when he sees that, and it's freaky. Pickled Gamer, yeah, I'm Frank's favorite farmer. And anything farm related, it's like I start thinking about Pickled Gamer. Like, I wonder what he's farming today. Oh, Brenda said, cats scare me. If I've ever seen one attack, they go right for the face. Yeah, they kind of like go for the eyes. So don't let them like block like that. I don't think like a cat wouldn't fight me. I'm cool with every single cat on the planet. It's people that are sometimes dicks. Danny said a squirrel jumped on and off my cat's head the other day. Ballsy little thing. Whoa, I'm surprised a cat didn't bitch slap him. Nighthawk said I can get cut myself anywhere and it doesn't bother me, but if I start bleeding from a fingertip, sometimes I feel like I'm going to pass out. Ugh. I gotta type with those. What the fuck? A J5000 said I've always hated needles, but now have had to have so many blood tests and have had treatments that I'm over it. I got desensitized. Like, yeah, whatever. Which arm? And Valbiro, they are quite ugly. It was the first animal I ran over. Ooh, yikes! Those suckers are big. Yeah, butterfly effect. Oh, and the phone number, it doesn't have voicemail. I know it gives you the option to leave a voicemail, but I can't hear it. Somebody left one and it just let like my phone volume, even with it all the way up, it just did not raise the voice or like the volume of the voicemail that was left. Plus, I don't have good hearing, so you're better off like typing a message at me because I can't hear that. I hate talking on the phone because I can't hear that well. So, and if the line comes that cuts out, then I'm saying what, and it gets very awkward. So it's you can text at that number, you can hit me up on social media, but like I can't raise the volume. I don't know what that is either because somebody else tried to talk to me through Messenger, which is like a Facebook thing. And I don't know if it's that app. I don't know if it's that other person's phone, but it records them so low, like they were like whispering, and then they were also standing in the other room. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, I can't hear any of this. Leanne, someone I knew almost lost their arm to a cat bite, went down to the bone, but she was okay. That was one big ass cat. Holy shit. Danny, I have a possum around. I think it's cute. LOL. Oh, every once in a while, I might see one out here, but I don't really look outside that much. I don't really think they quite live out here unless they're like walking around at night and I just don't see them. But I don't know if it's like the same possum I've like seen through years either. Oh, Patrick said we have red squirrels here in the UK, but the American gray has all but wiped them out. Oh, yeah. Better the gray squirrels than like our black squirrels are mean. And we have brown squirrels around here. John Vault's aunt got a steel drum replacement. Wonder what that was. I get broken speaker sounds in my left ear when I crank the stereo in the cars. Yeah, if your left ear hurts, roll down the window. You can play the music louder with the window down. I notice that if I'm playing it, my left ear starts to hurt. It's because the window's up. I can either turn it down or roll down the window. Holy shit, J5000 a year ago, I was running into a dark bedroom and fell over something and flew into our heavy wooden bed and broke open my face. Poor Pickle Gamer had to see me and he almost passed out. Goddamn. My first visual was when they split the T1000 in half at the end of Terminator 2. So now I'm imagining she's all silver inside. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so far I've had a few recommendations for films. We've got Beckett, which I'm pretty sure I'm definitely throwing that in there since I have seen it. I know I was thinking of a different one for March. If I can't remember what that is in a week, then it's just probably definitely going to be Beckett for whatever the hell I want to watch. And then Runaway Train from 1985. Somebody recommended one called Trog. Got that written down. Let me call this movies so I don't forget. J5000, it wasn't that bad. Just like it just arm just hanging off to the side. Fell into some lava. She's okay. Beastwood, what's up? I was just talking about you. I didn't say your name, but I was talking about you. Yeah, Brenda, yeah, head wounds or bleeders. Ouch. Yeah, nothing bleeds like a head wound. Dan, yeah, Trog is great. Maybe that's the one you recommended. I had to write that down. And then I'll just take a look over on, Tubi, YouTube, see if there's anything in there. It doesn't have to be, say, well, we already did the Boondock Saints. We don't have to do anything like St. Patrick's Eve for March that we can, but it doesn't, again, have to be on any kind of theme. Yeah, Crystal Pistol, I believe it. I have a video of a black squirrel trying to steal the nuts from a brown squirrel. Go figure. As long as they were like loose nuts and not as like personal nuts. Give me that. Like they're attached to me, you fucker. Dandy Shakes the Clown with Bobcat Goldthwait is interesting. An alcoholic clown. That sounds so familiar. John Wolf, my wife is still broken up about her kitty dying a couple weeks ago. Any advice to calm her down? Get high. Because again, you're going to be sad no matter what. You might as well do it with a buzz. Just do whatever you can to just sleep through it, get through it. If you want it, if you're the kind of person who can like take something funny to like distract you from when you're sad, I'm not this type. Like don't make me laugh when I'm sad. You're just going to piss me off. But I do watch a lot of Grace Still Plays, and even when I'm in no mood to laugh, again, like you will piss me off if you make me bust a gut. But this guy will just say something and I laugh and I just can't. I can't get mad at Gray. So yeah, I've got it in a playlist. It's Grace Still Plays compilations. Each one's at least an hour long, and it's just a compilation of say him playing Grand Theft Auto or Happy Wheels or Minecraft. It's not all of the compilations he's done, just the ones I like. Those they kind of distract me from other stuff. That enough movement, but not too much, so my eyes don't get tired. And it's colorful and it's upbeat and it's funny and there's silly stuff going on. I like those. But if you don't like to laugh, if you're so pissed off that laughing is not going to help, I don't know if you're the type to like maybe listen to sad songs and maybe like listen to stuff that's going to like just let you cry and get it out of your system. But I'm like I say that, but I don't know if that's good advice because that doesn't work for me. Hmm. Because I never got over what happened. You know what? Go to quite frankly, you need something that's not your regular life, something that's sort of out of your control that you can go to regularly, and that's what quite frankly is. Because it's like Zadalza, it's never the same. So show up, even if you don't want to talk. Like she can show up, like watch Frank, read the chat room. She doesn't have to say one word. That's okay. You're allowed to read for 2 hours and listen to Frank. There's no law against that. Just for that break because there's nothing else like quite frankly for the other 22 hours of the day. And it's sort of like towards the end of the night, so you can like maybe watch that and then just go to bed right away if you're tired, which sometimes that happens to me, so that's nothing wrong with that. But like if you're crying a lot, stay hydrated. Definitely stay hydrated because you don't want to be sad and dehydrated on top of it. You're just gonna feel worse. Um, I wouldn't say like getting another pet immediately. That might not be a good thing. So don't go down that route. It just depends on your personality type. But again, I watch Gray all the time anyway, so I'll put that on when I'm happy. I'll put it on when I'm sad. It does not matter. But he always cheers me up. I'm not gonna like sit there and watch Gray all day and then feel like worse afterwards. So it's always a good thing. Even if you don't play those games, like none of the games Frank, none of the games Gray plays. I've played like versions of The Sims and Grand Theft Auto, not the ones he's playing now. But that's okay because he's just having a good time. Or you can just sit down and watch some Dark Shadows, because if you're sad, you can watch some other people going through some shit. Like, wow, everybody's having a bad time. Damn, I could live there. I'm going through it. But definitely go to, quite frankly, no matter what, no matter how bad, like even if you're like full on like crying, blowing your nose, like weeping, funeral tears, if it's 7 p.m., still turn it all on, because by 9 o'clock you might not feel as bad. Like, yeah, it might all come crashing back on you at 9:01, but you've still got those 2 hours where you're safe and you're around other people who just want you to feel better, even if you're not around, and not even if we don't know you're there. We still want you to be feeling your best and doing your best. So that's why it's good to show up there. And again, the fact that it is so unpredictable, maybe you're having a shit day and you go to, quite frankly, and somebody says something, or Frank says something, and suddenly like you're holding your side laughing for 5 minutes, and like you cry laughing, crying for a different reason. You can do that. Nightcock says, glad you are able to keep in good spirits with all that's going on. A lot of folks struggling now, but I think there's a lot of good to come. I sort of feel like things are on the upswing, and that's a odd thing for me to say when the sun's in Pisces. I want to dance again. I was dancing when the sun was in Pisces last year. I'm feeling it now. I want to get my back adjusted so I can do it again, because this does not happen when the sun's in Cancer or Scorpio, just this time of year. And I literally have been waiting all year to feel this way again. And I usually do not do that. Lisa Gray said, I miss my old dog Spike. He was such a great soul. He was old and tired, and now he's running around heaven. I truly believe dogs have souls. Yeah, animals do have souls. So you're going to find more animals with souls than you are going to find people with souls, because a lot of people are NPCs. Somebody made a comment about, like, how are there like 100,000 people, let's say a few hundred, 1,000 years ago, but then you jump ahead now and we've got 6 billion people. How can there be 6 billion souls? And I said to, it might have been three dots, I said to him, well, those other people are NPCs. And he's like, really? Like 5.5 billion people? I said, uh-huh. And Del Bureau said, Saturday night show, someone in the chat said something nasty about my son Anthony, and then all of a sudden disappeared. Coincidence? Or was it you? I had noticed somebody saying things that were like awfully, it got my attention. Like are you being like extremely, like, is this your brand of humor, or are you trying to be insulting? Like, they had my attention. I was expecting them to get worse, but they stopped on their own. So I didn't like block them or like delete anything they said, I don't think. But I did notice that because somebody made a comment that was just, um I mean, like, we make sexual comments, but not in a mean way. Uh but then like they deleted it right away. So I thought, okay, maybe they realized, like, hey, this is not the right, like, get a feel for the room before you start saying stuff like that. But then they said something else that was just like it was still like a little bit like, you're kind of pushing a guy, but it was a bit tamer. And then the vernacular they used, I got the feeling they were from the UK. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that's just the terminology they used. But like specifically English, I don't think they were Scottish. Uh, but they stopped on their own. Maybe they were like expecting somebody to say something to them, but it was a handful of comments. It was not a lot, but they did get my attention. Like, don't talk about him like that. Like, we can talk about Anthony that way. We know him. We don't know you. No, it's something that nobody would have really said. But I didn't block them, but they had my attention. Brenda said, I'm still bawling over my big boy, and it's been 1.5 years. My daughter got a miniature pinscher Dachshund mix right away. I thought too soon, but we love her so much. She's too fun and sweet. Aw. Oh, yeah, it's rough. And I can't even say, like, if you've had the cat for a longer time or the dog, whatever pet, it's gonna hurt. worse because with GamerCat, he was in my life for less than a year. But I think that guy used to be human. That guy would make direct eye contact with me, want to hug, can't talk about it. Crystal Pistol, yeah, let haters hate. Anthony is awesome. It's just like when you're getting a little bit too, again, like we can make sexual comments, but when you're just sort of getting kind of violent with it, or it was just over the line of what's appropriate. Even if we, maybe it's the kind of comment that would have totally flown by in 2006, but not now. And it's somebody I'd never seen before, so it's not like a regular person. I don't even think it was somebody who was, say, a regular, frankly, just a frankly. I think they might have just found that episode and just showed up and like, I'm gonna say funny, weird shit. I was watching him in case it escalated. Beastwoody, Anthony is very talented. Yeah, it's now Frank didn't tell this story. He has mentioned it before. But right before Anthony's channel popped off, like literally the night before, they had gotten into like an argument. I don't know what started it, but Frank had called Anthony like a loser or something like that. That he wasn't like sitting there like just calling him a laundry list of names. He just called him I don't know why he said that, but just you brothers fight. And then literally the next day, it's like what Dark Horse drops on his channel, and it was like a year before I got my tablet, so I want to say like March 15th of 2014. And yeah, and that is it all blew up for him, and then kind of yeah. Good for him. Yeah, I'm sure Frank apologized, like, yeah, sorry for that thing I said yesterday. Right, yeah, we can be pretty tough in Frank's chat sometimes, yeah. Hey, it used to be like harder, like rougher stuff. Oh, B chat back from the shop, nice. Pickled Gamer wouldn't be YouTube without trolls that have no life. It takes all kinds. So you've got the people who are there for it. You've got the people who are just there to be disruptive. You get a whole mix. You get people who have been there for literally 5 minutes and they think they're going to tell the whole room. Oh, Valbero, yeah, have a great night. Love you too. Glad you showed up. It just takes all kinds online, and then you got like straight up perverts who are just saying, like the second Frank announced his wife's pregnancy, they came out of the woodwork like that chat room, and it doesn't happen often, but at least once a year you're gonna get somebody full on perving on his daughter, sometimes male, sometimes female. And that's one thing, like some people can be acting up, I'll give them a few chances, but if you're perving on Frank's daughter, you just know you're getting blocked. You're not getting any chances. You get one pervy comment and I'm reporting your account. I don't report everybody I block. Sometimes I block them and forget them. But if you're specifically being a pedophile towards Frank's daughter, no. John Volts, I don't actually care for Anthony's videos. I'm subs to his channel, but don't really like his music. Sorry, Frank is awesome though. I mean, that's fair, I guess. I mean, I'll be honest. I haven't kept up with Anthony Vincent's stuff, but it's not like again, I learned fast. It's not like I couldn't sit there and watch years worth of stuff in a couple hours and get caught up. So it's nothing against him at all. I totally respect everything he does. That's how I found, quite frankly. So I'm not like down talking him. I don't listen to a lot of music other than right now Abracadabra remixes, and that's only when I'm in the car because I've got an album coming out next month. Jesus, not me personally. I've got to listen to Mayhem when that comes out on the 7th. That's coming up. God, I'm starting to feel excited about it. I have an album to learn. Brenda, oh gross, I missed that. Thank goodness. Yeah. J5, yeah, Anthony is extremely talented and creative. Hells yes. Dude is so cool. Plus Pyretta, oh my god, she's so cute. Like get you somebody who looks at you the way Pyretta looks at Anthony. Oh, Patrick, 1:47 a.m. here, and the shop over the road is still open. Oh, like, good for them. Get the like folks like coming in from the pub. Pickled gamer, yeah, I don't have any patience with jerks anymore. Anybody that's not a regular that comes in my streams and starts talking trash in my community is gone. You know, get a feel for the room, get a feel for the people. Like, wait a week before you start calling everybody names. You know, don't be in there for 5 minutes and you're, I don't know, dropping N bombs and insulting people's parents. Like, dude, you literally just got in. You still have your shoes on, and you're being a dick. We don't do it like that here. Like, you have to be here for at least a month before you start calling us assholes. We gotta get to know you. Yeah, nightcock garlic salad. Oh, keeps the vampires away from him. And I paid attention to this. Anthony has his left arm tattooed. I was talking about my thing where, like, if you're right-handed, you get your left arm tattooed so you can point at it, and vice versa. If you're lefty, you get your right arm done. But Anthony has like his like monster, his classic Universal monster tattoos, and Pennywise on that side. And I only know that from years ago. I don't keep up with the man's tattoos. Oh, Patrick, cool. Tandia stays open all day and night. I miss the 24-hour shops, even though I don't go out 24 hours anymore. Pickled gamer, yeah, like, get a feel for the room. Like, make at least one friend before you start being an asshole to everybody. And then I am going to be on, I wrote it down. Coffee Talk with Sandra on March 22nd at 10 p.m. That is over on pill.net. It's going to be Foxhole Squares. From what I gather, Zoso Dude hosts it, and then also allegedly, I'm gonna be there, and I shouldn't have said myself first, but I will be there, and King 40, and quite frankly, that's what I've been told, so that's what I'm telling you. Whether or not it's true, I'll find out in 28 days, 30, 20, I don't know. It's the 22nd, today's the 24th, whatever that is. So that's going to be coming up. I'll be bringing that up until I go to it. And I am looking forward to it. It can't be bad. It's just I'm sort of training myself to stay up past when it quite frankly ends by like drinking coffee and watching Dark Shadows and taking my notes. So I think by then I'll be able to like be trained up to be able to get there. Plus if I end up getting on, I really do think after I'm done with these samples, if I feel this way tomorrow, after I drink the Keto Brainz, I might just go ahead and order some. That way I've got it on the way before my samples run out so I can keep it going. Because I don't want to feel like up like this and feel great and then have to crash and be down for a while again just to pick myself back up again. It's just, that's just too much up and down. Oh, J5 said it was the very first week PG was streaming. A person came in and told him he was self-deleting and it was PG's fault. It really shook PG up. Now we just immediately banned those people. You gotta die of something, man. Um, just don't like give it a week. Maybe it's not that bad. If you go to a stream and it's that bad and you want to off yourself, maybe start doing your own stream. Yeah, Keto Brainz is good. It does have, like, you open it up, it will smell, not very strongly, but it does smell of coconut. So if you don't like coconut at all, like me, but then you put it in your coffee and, like, you can taste it. Like, it's the very, like, the strongest it's going to be is when you're smelling it. The taste is just barely, it's so slight. If you didn't know there was coconut in it, you might not even taste it. And zero aftertaste. Zero. I wasn't tasting it afterwards. I didn't say like burp and taste it. It's, I'm not really like gassy like that. So yeah, and I think that's why I've been so hyper this whole show. I don't believe there's added sugar. I want to say they say the energy from it comes from the actual coconut. Yeah, it's like ingredients. C8 MCT powder, coconut milk powder, lion's mane mushroom, parentheses, fruiting body, okay. The L-theanine, alpha size, alpha GPC. Oh crap, and I do have to end this at 9 o'clock because I go somewhere else. I always forget about that. Contains tree nuts, coconuts, milk, casein, gluten-free, soy-free, lactose-free, made in USA from domestic and imported ingredients. It is 110 calories a serving, so it will technically break your fast. So say if you have your coffee at 6 a.m., but you don't eat till noon, maybe, don't put it in your morning coffee. John Volta, Keto Brainz has 10 grams of saturated fat. Bad? I don't know. I don't know about that. Oh, oh, okay, no, yeah, saturated fat, 9.8 grams, and then one serving is 0.56 ounces, 16 grams. And then like I just did like half of this one day and then like another half of the other one today. So I wasn't getting like the full dose, but if it's making me this up, great. I don't know if I'm gonna crash. Allegedly you do not crash on it. We'll find out later tonight. So we'll see. Like I don't personally have a too high fat. I mean I don't go to doctors. I don't know what like my numbers are, but I'm not like last I knew I was 102 pounds, so I don't think too much taking in too much fat is an issue for myself. J5 saying tonight, cock. We got to know a lot of young people through the gaming communities, and so many are lonely, sad, and narcissistic with zero ideas on how to have successful social relationship. Yeah, they've just been. They had one parent who put an iPad in front of them when they were 2 years old, and that's all they know of the world. So that's why they can't speak English properly. So yeah, I'm not gonna put say the link to Keto Brainz in the description yet. I want to wait and make sure I'm super serious about it. But like I even mentioned that, like I had a DM Frank like, dude, this stuff is awesome. Like I noticed it like that first day I noticed it, but I'm really feeling it today, like still. And I again had that coffee at maybe 1:30. And then speaking of Gray Still Plays, you can't see it. It does say Gray Still Plays very thinly across here. Not today, Satan. I do have the link in the description. Not affiliated with his channel. I just dig everything he's done. And he cheers me up and makes me laugh. And I think I'm kind of wearing this in protest. I'm not going to wear my other shirt until I know he's over his chest cold that he's had for like a month now. I don't care for that. Everybody's under the weather. Like I just got done saying everybody's under the weather at my last show, and then Frank tweets that his daughter is just under the weather. So it's like, oh, it's going around. That sucks. What else is there? Yeah, I do have super chats opened up. That is Venmo and Buy Me a Coffee, where you're not giving 30% to Google. Your money stays in the United States. It does not go to hookers and blow, but you do not have to donate to a channel to support it. All you have to do is show up and have a good time. But you can also like the streams. Make sure you are subscribed with all notifications on. And you can share the shows if you think your followers would dig it. And then do check out The Man Who Would Be King. We will be talking about that probably for the whole show on Saturday. Looking forward to that. Please do put in the comments any suggestions for a movie you want us to watch in March. And we'll have that poll. We'll have the poll going up for March the same day we're going to be reviewing the February movie to keep things moving along. And I am reviewing all of Dark Shadows from 1966 on this channel this year. You can watch that on Tubi as well. Tubi is a free app. You can watch it on your phone, your smart TV, and everything in between. And they have Dark Shadows broken up into two parts. They have Dark Shadows the beginning, which is just the first 209 episodes, and then Dark Shadows, no subtitles. That's all the rest. That's 210 through 1245. I think I just stopped at episode 399 the other night, so I'm plowing through it. Oh, Donnie Darko. That's one. I believe that is on Tubi. I have not seen it, and I've always wanted to. Thank you. Yeah, John Rogers, have a great night. Erica, yeah, I'm still here, just finishing up. Oh, what else is there? Donnie Darko. Yeah, because it's always fun doing a movie review. Like that's a movie. It's like it's been out. I've heard about it, never actually seen it. So like I want to see what people are on about with it. Oh, cool. John Volt's wife and I watched a deep dive last night about it. Cool. I know there's like a regular. There might be a director's cut as well. Yikes! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, thank you. And these are white mode. It's you can't help it. Oh, it says Pickle Gamer. Oh my god, thank you. It said God bless you, Nikki. Oh, thank you so much. That sound effect. I don't even know if there's a way to change it. It's so funny. I kind of don't want to. I had my notifications all the way up. Oh my god. Beastwood got to get something to eat. Good catching up with you guys. Yeah, you too. Now I'm sweating. But yeah, thanks for showing up. Please hit the like button on your way out. Grab your pants because we're not going to be back here for almost a week. We'll be back here on Saturday. Chap, the Marla character was Maxine on the episode of the TV show Two Broke Girls. That's a show I know of, but I never saw. Yeah. Pickle Gamer, that was worth it. Thank you. Jump scare. Oh, money. Yeah. Yeah, Beach Chap, yeah, catch you on the flip side. Yeah, everybody take it easy. Have a good meal. Get some good sleep. Hopefully things get better for you. If you're thinking about trying Keto Brainz, stop thinking about it and just order it because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing that myself. I'll definitely know more about it I'll let you know on Saturday. And everybody just take it easy. Go to Quite Frankly, no matter how bad you feel, that place will cheer you up at some point. That's what it's there for. That's what's gotten me through the last 10 years, so it can't be bad. Oh man, so I love seeing you guys. Oh, Michelle, glad you made it. Everybody, stay warm. John Voltaire, your likes going backwards. YouTube's fucked. Yeah, I started with 100 likes and now it's down to no. It has a weird time counting. You have to maybe like give it an hour to update. Sometimes it has too much to do. It's YouTube. It's busy. So yeah, I don't know what to say now. I feel like I'm repeating myself. Everybody, take it easy and stay sexy, stay based, stay franklies, stay caffeinated, stay healthy. Is that it? Yeah, everybody take it easy. I'm looking forward to everything we're doing on the channel. Want to go to Frank's Saturday Night Special now on Pilled. Yeah, Frank does have stuff going up on probably Foxhole Pilled at 9 p.m. Check that stuff out. John Volta, 1 to 0 for me. Bullshit. Yeah, that's messed up. It could just be, the sun is in a water sign. It could just be having a glitch. Give it, anytime YouTube is effing up somewhere, give it 24 hours. Yeah, Brenda, yeah, stay fun. Erica says, ciao, Bambini. Patrick, cheers, Nikki, you're the best. You guys are the best. You guys are awesome. Thanks for giving me a platform so I can do what I was meant to do. Just being in front of you guys. It feels like everything's leading to somewhere good. I'm not usually this positive about the future, so let me say it now while I'm on camera. So I have it for evidence. So I love you guys again. Until next time.